So everyone in our class came up with a design. And then Andrew, Mr. Zonneveld, and I were inspired by one of the designs, so we just worked together to create the hut as it is now.
My great uncle, trains are a big part of his life, and he actually rode the 6043 train on its last run before it was decommissioned, and been a small part of my life because it was a part of his.
We had glass in the original design that wasn't allowed by the Forks, so we had to replace the glass and wood part with just a metal framing.
It took probably 16 hours to assemble the perimeter of the frame to get that shape, because it's a very complex shape. And then after that, it took another, maybe 6 to 10 hours for the kids to fit in all the other bars.
Reviewing back to the digital model, we cut all the pieces, and the main frame was a 2x4 construction, and then over top we put oriented strand board.
To build the wood frame, it took about 3 days. So each day we spent about 2 to 3 hours on it, so about 9 hours to build completely.
The key thing for me is that throughout the process, there's always been opportunities for education. So I think it's valid for me to do this as a teacher with the few students that I work with. So of all the things that I like the most is that these kids walk out of here, and this weekend, when they're out skating with their parents or their grandparents or whatever they're doing, they're gonna go visit this hut. Right now, yeah, they have chapped hands and paint on their shirt that they weren't supposed to get paint on. But when they go and see it on the river, it becomes a very real thing. And hopefully, with those students, and it's something they remember for a long time. So that's good enough for me.